left here, one of the nationally known syndicated columnists, and about the biggest charity affair in Hollywood's going on right now. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I picked George Lindsay over Frank Sinatra. I'll probably wind up with my kneecaps broken.
And we thought we thought we had lost you on the plane. What happened there?
Well, I got there at 8 o'clock, and they said the doors were closed, and I just went to the next counter, Republic, and I got here an hour earlier. Well, the plane left an hour later, and I got here an hour earlier.
It usually works that way, doesn't it?
Well, you know, I think it's the difference laying over in Memphis instead of Atlanta.
Well, we're happy you made it.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here.
Time. Ken Curtis is one of the stars of this great new show called The Yellow Rose. Ken, this seems like something you've been waiting for, maybe since Gunsmoke. What do you think?
Well, this show, I sure hope you like it, Phil, and I think you better watch it quick because I don't think it's going to be around much more. No, really. It's they've had us in a pretty bad time slot and bad lead-ins.
Saturday night on NBC.
Oh,
that's like
10 o'clock.
Lawn.
Yeah.
You come here a lot of times, many times to the rodeo. You know a lot of people around here. You fish around here, don't you?
Oh, I fish around here, and I've got a jillion friends here in Montgomery and all around Alabama. It's these are God's people.
How's your golf stroke?
Terrible. I went to get my bags, and it still had my airline stub from here last year. So, you know.
That's how much you played?
That's it. That's it.
It's great to have you, kid.
Thank you, Phil.
Well, seeing you around this week.
When I was doing the Andy Griffith show, I got a chance to go over on the Gunsmoke set, and I met him. I met Ken, and I was just thrilled to death the first time I met him because, you know, I liked what you do, and then I got to do some Gunsmokes with you, and we've been friends ever since. But I said, I'm telling you, I'm going to meet Festus, and I just...
Well, it was a mutual admiration society because I said, I saw George on the Griffith show, and I said, I've got to meet this guy. So it was really a happy meeting, wasn't it, George?
I think we sort of played Festus and Goober was sort of the same kind
they
of
were
character.
kinfolk somehow, weren't they?
Yeah, we had a great time. I have over here, it's got a new show shaping up. I saw it the last week with the tiles about the thing. Congratulations on your new show, Leslie.
Thank you, George. It's a pleasure. I hope you're all, wherever you are out there, I hope you're all watching it.
Yeah,
we're having fun. I beg your pardon?
We're on the right network, too.
Very good. Very good. ABC.
And this is what, your 5th or 6th year with us?
With what?
With the tournament.
Oh, with the tournament. I say the show. No, the 5th show. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's the number 5. 5, yeah.
Well, we're sure glad to have you back. And you had a police squad.
Yeah.
Was one of the funniest shows I've ever seen in my life.
Well, a lot of people agree with you, and I think that if they had given it a little longer run, it might have stayed on, and it was so different. You had to really pay attention to it. You know?
Now, you starred in the Poseidon Adventure.
Well, yes.
As the captain.
Yes.
And for years and years, you did not do comedy.
But that was a disaster film. I didn't begin there.
I know, but everybody thought of you as that. No, what I'm saying is...
You mean you like to see me get turned up like that?
No, what I'm saying is everybody thought you were a serious actor until you started doing all this comedy.
But I always had fun behind the camera. I never had a chance to get in front of the camera with it. I did a mash about 10 years ago, and it was funny, but you have to have the right people seeing it at exactly the right time, you know? So anyway, after Airplane and then Police Squad and now Shaping Up, I'm just having a lot of fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll be back with more of this from the Sheridan Riverfront Station right after these messages.
I didn't do it, so you're
Have you ever noticed that sometimes the best you can do is settle for second best? Now you won't have to with the new R-Series riding mower from John Deere. You see, they don't cost more than ordinary riders, but they're built with extraordinary features and first-class John Deere quality. So now, for the price of someone else's mower, you can have one of ours.
Lawn and Leisure in Montgomery and Birdshaw Bicycle and Equipment in Dothan. Courtesy Ford has searched the Southeast for special buys and now passed the savings to you on new leftover 83s and premium almost new 84 cars and trucks. Some with less than 1,000 miles. Every one with factory warranty. Both lots are packed. Super savings on 84 Olds Cutlass Supremes, 83 and 84 Ford factory executive cars, 83 and 84 rental cars, 84 demo cars, trucks, and vans. Hurry! Sale ends Saturday. Who can give you the factory warranties and used car prices on over 475 premium cars and trucks? Courtesy Ford can.
This is the Lindsay Weekend Begins. We're here at the Sheridan Riverfront Station with George Lindsay and friends who have come, many of them many times to Montgomery to raise money for the Alabama Special Olympics program, the Great Stars Show tomorrow night, and then the golf tournament on Sunday. George, a friend of yours, Howard Beatty, today bought $1,000 worth of tickets to the show tomorrow night. And it occurs to me there may be somebody else that'd like to buy $1,000 worth of tickets and to give them to the Special Olympic kids who are coming in to see the show.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea if somebody would go down and buy 1,400 tickets. Could you do that?
What did you say?
Well, just go by and buy 1,400 tickets. I'd like to have 1,400 tickets to this show to help these kids, and we'd appreciate it.
We have 1,400 left. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, we got about 1,400
we
tickets
can sell
left.
1,400 tomorrow without.
I think we can. The box office will be open up to showtime.
You have this thing you're going to do tomorrow night that you haven't talked much about. Would you like to reveal your thing that you're going to do?
Don't blow it, George.
Don't do it?
Do the old show reveal, George. Go ahead. Don't listen to them.
Do the old show reveal.
Let's hear it.
I've been working on something for about 3 months, something that I hope is special. Let's put it this way. When the Grammys come by again next year, goodbye, Michael Jackson.
It's a great title.
You gonna make an album?
I thought I'd do a video on MTV.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do something, and I've been working on it a long time. I hope they like it.
Are you going to be singing, George? Because you have a beautiful voice. I know. I've heard you sing.
I sing a lot like a cross between Nelson Eddy and Furlan Husky.
Do you have a red coat and a Stetson hat? Who, Heston?
Let's. I see Lou King over there. Let's get him over here.
Lou King, come over here.
We will find out what's going on in the PGA.
Let me get out.
Did you ever decide where he played football? Was it at Iowa
State.
or Arizona State?
Iowa State.
No, it was at.
Lou King?
No, it was not. It was not Iowa State. It was hi, Lou.
Sit down here, fella.
It was
The
Iowa.
executive director of the Professional Golfers Association of America, Mr. Lou King. And here comes Mr. Kenny Price. Kenny, thanks for coming this year.
Oh, George, it's good to be here.
Eddie sings bass.
We're up for the bass singing.
Of course, you all know Kenny and I worked together on Hee Haw, and he's had great hits and everything. Lou, we are the first celebrity golf tournament to have sponsorship from the PGA. Is that correct?
You are the only golf tournament. So that makes you first, and you're still the only one. Because this I consider probably the best Pro-Am event anywhere in the United States that we know anything about. And so we're very, very grateful to be included in it, and our professionals are very excited about being here tomorrow, and I'm darn excited to be back, George.
The professionals are coming in to tune up golf swings, right?
Exactly. There'll be 4 of the best teachers in golf here tomorrow afternoon.
George needs a bypass.
George needs a total overhaul. And so do I.
I sell overall. Kenny, I met a whole bunch of people that's been on the road with you. You've been doing about a zillion dates.
Well, yeah, it's been exciting. It's been good, and we've really enjoyed. And, you know, I've been promising you for the last 6, 7 years come back. I was here right after surgery the last time, and I couldn't participate. But I'm here to get it on, and I'm glad to be back, and it's a pleasure to be here, George. Thank you for asking me.
We've only worked together, the last 10, 12?
29 years, I think, or something like that. No, the first time I met you was in L.A.
Yeah, but I mean us working on Hee Haw.
On Hee Haw, we've been together about 12 years.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be together again in June.
Yeah, that's what I hear. They told me they got a schedule and all that, be in the 13th or something and do it, you know.
Well, we're sure glad to have you, and we're sure glad.
I'm glad to be here. I just hope that everybody turns out and helps support this great cause that you've instigated here in Montgomery.
I don't know if people know it, but you're one of the best songwriters in the business.
I am. All right.
You wrote a great song called Sheriff of Boone County.
You in a heap of trouble, boy. Yeah. You remember the bit we did on Hee-Haw when I brought you out as a slightly inebriated guy and of course old Archie, the judge, you know, and I turned around, you said, and you fell on the thing, and I turned around and my pants fell off.
Yeah, his belt buckle come unloose and his pants fell off. Pure accident. Pure accident. Well, how does the...
Thank you very much. I appreciate this.
I got samples, watch.
Okay. We're on national television. I wish you wouldn't say that so loud. How does the PGA look at Shoals Creek in Birmingham this year?
I'd say, George, it's going to be, from our standpoint, the people in Alabama are doing all the work, and we're delivering the field. Today, or day before yesterday, we announced that we've given Hubert Green and Jerry Payton exemption into it in the event that they don't play into it. Right. And
Jerry's coming here.
Is he really?
Yeah, he'll be at the breakfast, and he'll be hitting some shots.
Every report that we get out of Shoal Creek, out of Mr. Thompson's office, is attendance a record, advertising a record, everything. It sounds to me like it could be the biggest PGA tournament in history, and that goes back 66 years. It's incredible.
We hope Sunday to have this the biggest celebrity weekend. This is our 12th year, and you've been involved in all of them. And you are a former All-American, no,
Big Ten.
All Big Ten at Iowa State. Now, you played football here in Montgomery.
I played in Montgomery. I got tied up with some of your friends from Jasper today, and this one lad, Tommy, I forget. I said, he's telling me he's 42 years old. 44 years ago, I was the captain of the North team in the Blue-Gray game here in Montgomery, Alabama.
Who won?
The South.
That was when they stacked the teams. They won every year.
Almost killed me.
That's right.
I see my director over there. Hey, Bob.
Bob Boatman is here.
Listen, I'll be George's director anytime.
Every time I see the Nashville Network, I see Bob Boatman. Have you noticed?
Well, Bob's been my director on Hee-Haw for all the time I've been on it, and he's a pleasure to work with.
Well, that just proves that Bob works cheap.
Another thing Bob Boatman does is put our Saturday night Stars show together, which is no easy task. You have quite a group to work with this year.
We have a bunch of unknowns that are coming in this week, starting with the star and the host, who's probably got an opening this year that'll top them all.
Oh, we tried to get him to talk about that, but he's...
well, George has found this dancing elephant, and you know, it starts with the trunk and it goes from there, and it's really wonderful. No, I'm just kidding. But it's unusual, and it's worth seeing. It's the first time we've ever had something like this, Phil.
You've worked with the Gatlin brothers.
Oh, yes. Yes. So, funny story. In fact, when Channel 5 used to host the production of Hee-Haw, one year, years ago, why, this very nice-looking, young, energetic fella came up to me and says, Mr. Boatman, he says, I'm cleaning up the prop room, but he says, would you mind if I came in the control room and just sort of looked around, because I'm trying to learn everything there is to know about this business, you know? And I said, well, fine, sure, show up, you know. He'd come in and he'd stand there. Kenny was there, and this nice-looking young lad would stand there and ask questions and didn't want to get in anybody's way, and then he'd go out and sweep the prop room and clean it up. 1 year later, we were setting up Hee-Haw again, and one of the cameramen said, you remember that guy that was sweeping the floor and all of this? And I said, yeah, what happened to him? He said, well, he's got the #1 record on the charts right now. His name's Larry Gatlin. And the funny thing is, Phil, when he comes back to do Hee-Haw, all the cameramen just hand him brooms and all of this now.
And he'll be here tomorrow night for the Great Star Show. We will be back with the Lindsay Weekend Begins in just a minute.
Now, Curtis Mathis can help make your vacation dreams come true. With your purchase of selected products, you can have a fantastic vacation and our exclusive 4-year warranty.
Save
When you buy a console, a trip of a lifetime. Or buy a video cassette recorder and the vacation is yours. Curtis Mathis helps foot the bill. Hooray! Just ask about your vacation today.
Sofas, love seats, chairs, and recliners, we're overstocked and must sell. Rudd Home Furnishings and the Broy Hill Showcase Gallery, we must reduce our upholstery inventory this week. This three-piece den group, sofa, love seat, and rocker, only $9.96. Buy any of these sofas for only $5.99, matching love seat half price. Buy any of these Broy Hill sofas, only $6.99, matching love seat half price. Recliners as low as $1.99. Our overstock upholstery inventory is reduced to sale. Rudd Home Furnishings and the Broy Hill Showcase Gallery on the Atlanta Highway.
Courtesy Ford has searched the Southeast for special buys, and now pass the savings to you on new leftover 83s and premium almost new 84 cars and trucks. Some with less than 1,000 miles. Every one with factory warranty. Both lots are packed. Super savings on 84 Olds Cutlass Supremes, 83 and 84 Ford factory executive cars, 83 and 84 rental cars, 84 demo cars, trucks, and vans. Hurry! Sale ends Saturday. Who can give you the factory warranties and used car prices on over 475 premium cars and trucks? Courtesy Ford can.
Hi, this is Neil McNeil from 99 FM. You can enjoy all the hit songs of today in full stereo on TV 12's Friday night videos. From the Culture Club to Sheena Easton to Billy Joel to Van Halen, TV 12 and 99 FM have them all in full stereo each Friday night at 11:30. This week, enjoy a Private Reels interview with Paul McCartney and videos from John Lennon, the Rolling Stones, Van Halen, Hall & Oates, Lionel Richie, and Yes. Friday night videos now simulcast in full stereo on 99 FM, Friday night at 11:30. Be there.
I wish you would. She said that's for the men.
The Lindsay Weekend Begins is the program. This is the Friday night welcome party for the celebrities who just arrived at 5:30, many of whom have been traveling all day, and you must understand if some of them don't make it over for the show because they have had a long day, as has Fred McMurray, and I know you want to talk to him, George.
Fred, welcome back. It's, I think, a tribute to all the people here that run the tournament and the town and everything that you'd come back so many times.
Well, we look forward to it every year. You know, if you didn't invite us, I think we'd be a little upset.
One of the most exciting things I ever done in my career is when I got to act with you in a picture.
That was quite a while ago, wasn't it? You were younger then, weren't you?
I've been younger. Everything I've done, they say you were younger then. But I really had a good time. We made a picture together. Well, we didn't make a picture together. I was in a picture with you.
Well, we worked together, George. It was fun.
And you said you're playing real well?
I'm probably the worst golfer on the tour.
But you belong to the best club in California.
On the tour? Well, I don't know about... Yeah, I've been kind of on the tour. You know, we played in the Dinah Shore and the Bob Hope, and I don't know why I'm there, but I hack around. We have fun. And June always goes with me, you know, so that's fun.
I want to ask a question, George. All those years when you did the comedy, My Three Sons, did it make you something of a family counselor? Did you give out a lot of advice for having done that show? Have a seat.
Hey, Dell, here comes the Hill Street Blues. I've had an awful lot of, well, they're not kids anymore, but when they looked at the show, they were kids, and somebody of them come up and said, "I wish you were my father." And I've always said, well, I wish I was as good a father in real life as I was on the show. You know, I tried to be, and I think it maybe helped a lot of fathers to be better fathers, you know, when they looked at our show. And, so I think we did a little good with it. It was a fun thing to do.
They ran how many years?
We were on 12 years, and of course the reruns have been on, gosh, I don't know, when did we quit the show? About 5 or 6 years ago, I guess.
And we have two fellows with us who are probably going to be on the air forever. Ed Marinaro. Ed, thank you for coming to Montgomery in behalf of the children and everybody. I'm not real good at this. I do stand-up comedy. But thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I was really looking forward to this.
I have a question I have to ask him, George. No, I have my own mic. Oh. Give him yours. Ed, as you know, you're in Auburn country, and as you know, in 1971, you
No,
and
I don't
Pat
know that.
Sullivan
We don't want to talk about that right now.
we're in the battle for the Heisman Trophy. what I've always wondered is, had you won it and gone off to some outpost like Buffalo or someplace to play as a very high draft choice, I don't think you would have ever gotten to Hollywood, would you?
Well, what a lot of people don't know about the Heisman Trophy contest, as it were, I was voted most photogenic, and that's why I ended up in Hollywood. Even though I didn't win the trophy, I was voted most photogenic. So.
Would you admit that probably it was good that you didn't win the Heisman Trophy?
Well, it's never good to lose at anything, so. No, well, it was a close battle, and Pat Sullivan is a friend of mine, and I know he's...
But not photogenic.
No, he was... I was taller than he was.
That helped.
Let's talk to the other member of the Hill Street Blues gang, Bruce Whites, or as we know him, Dog Breath, or Belker. Do you answer to everything?
You know, I answered everything. I just have to say, you know, when Ed says he's not a good loser, he really means it, because every time I beat him at racquetball, he cries.
Oh, and he's supposed to be the athlete, huh?
That's right. He's supposed to be. There's a reason why he came in second.
Bruce, hey, they, you know, this. I've read about this dog breath thing and all that, you know, and the goober thing that I've been stuck with for 20 years. And well, I was just going to say,
I'd like to retire to Fort Lauderdale in Puerto Rico someday, George.
it's having been playing a character on television. It's better not playing one. I'll tell you that.
But there's a certain stigma attached to it.
It is.
It's hard to break out of that sometimes. Well, I mean, if you want to.
For goober.
Well, you see, Fred McMurray is sitting over there, the classic leading man. He never had to worry about that stuff. It's easy for him to say, well, you can do this, you can do that.
Just did me. That's, you know. I love your show.
Thank you. I love your acting.
If you were a few years younger, you might be playing Belker.
Were you all prepared for the tremendous loyalty that Hill Street Blues seems to engender?
I can't answer for we. I can only answer for myself. I was not prepared for any of this. I thought the show would last for 4 or 5 weeks, and then I would be out looking for a job. So this is like a godsend.
You had the love interest this year. Was that?
I had a minor love interest.
All right.
I never did a naked scene under the sheets. I'm waiting for that.
And you also are going to get 800 years of residuals. I did 8 years of Andy Griffith, and I don't get a penny.
Why is that?
That's because when I was doing it, you got paid for 6 reruns per episode. That was it. And everybody says, boy, you know, it's on everywhere. It's been on for 21 years. Well, that's great. Andy's rich.
Let me see. 800 years of residuals at 25 cents a pop. I could buy ice cream.
You're a very good actor. And I know that...
You're talking to me.
Yeah.
Not me.
No, you're a very good actor. And you know, we spend our lives doing it. And you just come in and seem to do it so natural. And I know when you play football like you did, that's what you major in college. So it just comes easy to you?
No, it doesn't come easy. I mean, I know I was very lucky in that I realized very early that I wasn't going to get parts in Hollywood because I was Ed Marinaro, the ex-football player, because that really didn't mean a whole lot. So I studied. I started studying 8 years ago. And my progress as an actor has been great because the people I get to work with. In my first big acting job, which is Hill Street Blues, working with 12 people who are so professional and so talented, people like Bruce, who I talk to all the time about acting, and I pick his brain constantly, and he's an example for me, and I don't mean to embarrass him, but he's the ultimate professional as far as preparing for his work, and just watching people like Bruce and Charlie Haid and Dan Trevani. It's doing a year on Hill Street Blues is equivalent to doing 5 years of bad television, and I'm not knocking it, but most TV is not of the same quality as Hill Street, and so my growth as an actor is faster than it would have been if I'd been doing another TV show, I think.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back in just a minute.
No, I'm not done yet.
The fun, all the shows A to Z and the facts. What's behind what you see, TV Guide, the whole world of TV. That's That's entertainment. The stars underneath all the glow and the news from the people who know TV Guide. It's a fabulous show. So buy TV Guide and read TV Guide. That's entertainment.
Follow the rainbow to Color Mart. Why have several rental plans all over town? Color Mart has it all, including furniture, living room groups, dining room furniture, bedroom suites, bunk beds, color TVs, stereos, home appliances. Rent to own it all from one location. Call Color Mart now, 281-2245, or in the Alex City area, 234-5055. Rent by the week or month. Color Mart makes it even easier, and all from one location. Norman Bridge Road next to Shoe City, or Main Street in Alex City.
The fabulous Gatlin Brothers at the George Lindsay Celebrity Weekend with Roy Clark, Ray Stevens, Tennessee Ernie Ford. Saturday night, April 28th. Tickets only $10 and $12 now at the Montgomery Civic Center.
Courtesy Ford has searched the Southeast for special buys and now pass the savings to you on new leftover 83s and premium almost new 84 cars and trucks. Some with less than 1,000 miles. Every one with factory warranty. Both lots are packed. Super savings on 84 Olds Cutlass Supremes, 83 and 84 Ford factory executive cars, 83 and 84 rental cars, 84 demo cars, trucks, and vans. Hurry! Sale ends Saturday. Who can give you the factory warranties and used car prices on over 475 premium cars and trucks? Courtesy Ford can.
George Lindsay, you have 10 seconds to say goodbye.
Diana Goodman, I have 10 seconds to say goodbye. Look into the camera. They'll see you at the golf course. They'll see you at the show. Please come to our show. Come to our golf tournament. And I'd just like to say thank you from all our special children.
The George Lindsay Celebrity Weekend begins. Tonight, we've kicked off the beginning of a great weekend in Montgomery. Show your support by attending the Great Stars Show and the golf tournament this weekend. This program has come to you live from the Sheraton Riverfront Hotel.
Clean up on good old-fashioned savings this week at Superfoods in Big Bear. The jumbo roll of Viva paper towels is just 49 cents with a $10 purchase. Barbecue this tasty crowd pleaser on your grill. Small, tender, juicy pork spare ribs, only $1.29 a pound for sizes of 3 1/4 pounds or less. And stock up on Gerber strain baby food. 8 jars are just $1.
Come to Superfoods in Big Bear.
Welcome home.
Buy now at Royal Motor Company for just $49 over invoice on all Renaults in stock. A factory group and shipments has Royal Motor Company overstocked, and all Renault Encores, Alliances, and Fuego Turbos will be sold at just $49 over invoice. Over 75 to choose from, with Encores as low as $61.42, Alliances as low as $63.54, and Fuego Turbos as low as $99.88. Buy now at just $49 over invoice on all Renaults at Royal Motor Company in Montgomery.
WSFA Television, Montgomery.
Oh, hi, Herb.
Hi. You, wanted to see me?
Yes, we did.
Am I in any trouble?
No.
Well, what's this meeting about?
This meeting is about a very good idea that you've had, Herb.
That I had?
That's right.
Well, hell, let's get on with it. I'm not a guy who likes to waste a lot of time.
Well, Herbert, Andy here tells me that these Dear Abby talk-type shows are really popular.
Yeah, the advice show. Oh, yes, indeed, big guy. These things are sweeping the country. Now, 20 minutes ago, I was talking to crazy Chuck Kaminsky over Big 3K radio in St. Louis. He told me that they put on one of these Dear Abby sort of things about a month ago. They got 75